Hi, this is Danielle from Some Damn Good Wine. Harvest is over and it's time to reflect. It's been 2 months and some change since I started my harvest internship, which totally felt like 3 years. It mainly felt that way because over a 6 to 7 week period, we processed 200 tons of fruit, inoculated and performed fermentation, daily activities for over 30 different wines, whites, rosés, and lush and beautiful reds that were housed in open top and closed top and portable tanks. Oh, and we barreled down pressed and racked wines as well. We were sometimes doing all of these activities within the same day. So basically, everything that I showed you in videos 3, 4, and 5 jam packed in the same day. Yikes. I think I mentioned previously that we were working at least 13 to 14 hours per day, 6 days a week. And during the 6 to 7 weeks of intensity, we basically worked the equivalent of someone working 40 hours a week for 12 weeks. And the actual winemakers worked longer than that. I've read and studied the winemaking process, is totally tied to, I've read and studied it because it's totally tied to having your wine certification, right? But the information included in the books and classes is literally like explaining a bird's eye view of what it literally takes to really make great wine. And for real, I would compare, what's written in books to the actual experience, like explaining the taste of or the smell of lavender and sage to someone that's never smelled it before. It's unique, it's magical, and there's really nothing like it. I feel like that I totally compare that or whatever to actually experiencing the winemaking process. To understand, what it takes to make that great bottle and for your consumer to have that great glass of wine, you actually truly have to go through the experience. So I'm super grateful that I got this opportunity, as this wasn't something that I actually planned. This actually literally popped up for me about 3 weeks before the internship started. And so the main theme for me throughout this time was just to be open to all opportunities that were offered to me and be brave enough to actually step up to the challenge. This took a lot to step up and to maintain that challenge, while enduring the physical pain that you go through from making good wine. Like, seriously, I went weeks without feeling my fingertips because they were literally numb and having dull pain in the palm of my hands. I think I'm slowly starting to get arthritis in my wrists, and I probably need to go to the chiropractor for my elbows because they just keep popping in a really weird way and have rotator cuff damage. My upper and lower back hurts. I have athlete's foot because my feet were wet and in boots for multiple hours. But I got over the fear of heights as I had to monitor tanks that were 10 feet in the air. Literally had to learn to balance my body while standing very high in the air and while holding shit, which really sounds insane that I'm actually saying that right now. But I did it because I stuck to the theme, and I'm so happy and proud that I did, as I confirmed that this is something that I want to continue to do. So what's next? Well, I'm headed back home to see my boys while detouring a couple of days to University of Idaho to see my oldest. One thing that I didn't mention during my internship was that right as everything was super chaotic, I was able to actually close on my very own vineyard, which is located in Chatham, Virginia. So not only am I going back home to see my entire family, I'm also going to start my post-harvest activities in my vineyard. So before I go, I'll say this: opportunities present themselves to you, throughout days, weeks, months. You get it. If you're aware enough to actually notice them, take a deep breath, just see what it's about. You never know. So I'll see y'all soon. Thanks, and be well.